Hello, folks. I'm John Mullen, the Energy Evangelist, and we're here today with my colleague.
Hi, I'm Laura Short from Green at Heart.
Hello. And today we are talking about, well, it's the new year, so let's release the brakes. Let's get going again. Let's start accelerating into the future. But big question, did you have a good Christmas?
I had a wonderful Christmas, thanks, John. And because I made my plans early, I was able to enjoy it to the full and get going again in January now that everything's packed away for the next year.
Yay! Yes, the Christmas tree has well and truly been put in the loft. The question is, how do we get things moving?
Well, I mean, we talked in our last videos about, having that plan in place early so that when you get to this time of year, you get to January, you've already set your goals as a business and how you're going to accomplish things over the next 12, 24 months. So I think, planning is key and making sure that you've got that strategy in place so that now you can just go full steam ahead with your new goals for 2022 and make sure that you're achieving all those targets.
Yes. I'd always think it's really good, and I really hope that each of us have done this, but define your perfect client or define your golden goose. Yeah. What's the absolute amazing client that you could go after and make that client the pinnacle and the one thing that you're heading towards? Yeah. If you're heading towards the golden goose, you'll actually get all of the other stuff on the side.
Yeah, definitely. It's something that I definitely advocate within business strategy, whether it's a perfect client or a perfect contract or whatever it may be, define what your dream is, and then by going for it, you will naturally attract other clients along the way, and they help to pay to keep you there so that you can keep going after, as you say, that golden goose client.
Yes. And here's the question. Who is the decision maker for that perfect client? It's not always the MD. The MD could be just the chairman of the board. And actually, yes, he wants to see results, but he's not the person who's going to sign you up. Yeah, he's not the person who's going to pull you into the company.
More often than not, it does tend to be whoever's in accounts. It does tend to be the person that is crunching the numbers because they know whether they can afford you or not. They know whether that project or plan can be funded this year, next year, or not at all. So it's actually, the accounts department that you really need to get in front of if you've got something to pitch to them, and make sure you've worked your numbers out as well, because that's what they'll want to see, whether you fit into their business plan for the next 12 months.
Yeah, there's three key people: the MD, the FD, and the operations director. And the next question is, where do they network? Who are the people that they mix with? Who are the other people who are already talking to them? So one thing which I go out of my way to do is actually finding, yes, I've defined the perfect client, but then who are the people that they're already talking to? Yeah. For yourself, Laura, and myself, it might actually be somebody who's doing research and development tax returns, something like that, or accountants, or it's people who are already helping them get the numbers right.
Yeah.
And also people who are looking forward to using the right solutions or the right technology in their business.
Associate yourself with those people who can get you in front of your dream client because they already work with them. So find out, who they use for their marketing if they use an external company, and then help that marketing company. You don't necessarily have to go straight in for your dream client. You can get there via another avenue, and the best way to get there is to actually be referred in. So if they already trust somebody that they work with, they're more likely to accept you into a meeting if somebody else refers you. So get associating with their clients as well.
Yeah, yes, for my sins, I will confess I'm actually part of a BNI group. But there's one terminology which is used in that group, looking to establish what they call a power group. And it's people who are talking to the same sorts of clients as yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
So if you've got an accountant, if you've got an investment person, if you've got somebody who's doing the research and development tax returns, somebody who's into project management, those are the sorts of people that I surround myself with, because once a person of that group finds a client, quite often that client will end up working around through all the rest of the people in the power group. So it's trying to make it easy for ourselves. I don't need to talk to 1,000 people. I need a group of 10 who will each be speaking to 10, 20, 30 clients, and it makes it a lot easier for each of us to manage. So just ideas. What else? But I actually wrote down here, what's that got to do with energy? It's all about building up trusted friends and peers. If I can help you grow, then I know you in turn will help me to grow.
Absolutely. I mean, it's not all just about the kilowatt hours and the the water usage within a business. It is about building a business, and there's more to that than just the resources that you use within it. People are a resource, so use them as well, and use the people that are around you to leverage what you need to get in front of your dream client.
Yeah. And that goes so true for all of us. So I think that's enough for January, because this is all to look forward to for the next year.
Yeah.
So we'll say goodbye, and hopefully you've had a good new year, and we'll see you soon. Bye. Bye.